Hello everyone, and this is my reaction to Frieren, Beyond Journey's End, episode 20. Last time on Frieren, the first class mage exam continued. Frieren's group finally managed to catch their Stilla through very well laid plans, which started with Lavina freezing up the lake, and then kinda one by one pouring mana into the other water holes in the area, slowly taking the Stilla to their spot. But now that they have the Stilla, they have been ambushed. The other teams have decided now that the only way they can win is to steal it. So it's either from Frieren's team or from Fern's team, which means we're now going to be getting into some fights this episode. So let's see how that turns out now. I hope you enjoyed my reaction to this episode of Frieren. Please leave a like on the video if you do. Share your thoughts in the comments down below, and please subscribe to my channel for more from me. Alright then guys, let's get started. Ubel seems to be having fun. Oh, what's that? Is she doing this? Whoa.
It's nothing impressive or complex, but I can't see its trajectory.
Oh!
Well, you can't block them all, can you?
You seem to be enjoying this.
His magic is utterly devoid of character, designed to win at all costs. I pity the girl who's up against him now. She'll surely be killed. Right.
Oh, Fern.
A saturation attack?
No.
How can she control so many offensive spells at once?
Haha.
Where's your dignity, mage? Resorting to brute force like this is downright barbaric.
So? Who cares?
Can't handle them all.
You should have thought about that before you decided to scold her for only you using basic spells. You told her that she'd be in trouble, but now it looks like you're in trouble. You should have thought about that, huh? Who are you now? I hope it doesn't take us until the last episode to meet her. Oh, she can't move at all.
And I can't control my mana either.
Ah.
My binding spell can tie you down right where I want you, as long as I never let my eyes wander away.
So he has to keep seeing her for it to work. He can't look away. Don't look away! Okay, didn't escape.
So to keep me bound, you need to have my entire body in view.
You were aiming for my eyes.
A logical choice, don't you agree?
Oh no. If I were you, I would have gone for the kill and aimed for my neck.
Ever been made to kill women and children before?
Think there's a chance I haven't.
Oh, that's a yes, huh?
Trying to buy more time. So be it. I'll play along.
Why though? Okay, so we're gonna get his history.
People know exactly what makes their fellow man weak. The fiendish act of sending women and children
What?
wasn't uncommon. Where we were in the far north, it wasn't hell.
You're kidding me.
You're not going to kill me then?
I was wondering why there was a long pause.
I believe the kind of magic a mage specializes in is strongly related to the life they've led and the type of person they are. A spell that binds foes is a way of putting off their slaughter. That tells me all I need to know about your true nature.
Though I may hesitate before finishing the job, I always kill when it's necessary. Well, miss, see ya.
She's not going to die here. I just know it.
You can stop right there.
Fern.
This has gotta be a joke. You expect me to believe you beat Edda? I didn't sense her coming at all. You can completely conceal your mana?
She'd learned a spell that catches birds from her master, and we just so happened to
Oh, that spell.
You were fighting Edda, correct? What happened to her?
I killed her.
Wait, actually. No, you didn't.
There were two conditions for passing the first test. Possess a Stilla by sunset tonight, and have all your party members there to present it when that time finally arrives. If she's dead, we lost. My time to go home.
No, I don't think she's dead.
Forget you were going to kill me?
I've already failed the test. Killing you would be unnecessary.
What's that?
This battle is over. How impressive.
He's not actually down for the count.
I'm still observing you before a battle begins. Turns out, you're not good at sensing mana.
Ah! Oh, whoa! Oh, cool. Don't know how I did that.
My copy has substance, making it much more akin to a clone.
Ah.
How long have you...
Don't bother.
Much longer than you'd think, since this test first began, actually.
Oh, what?
I'm not foolish enough to trust anyone.
Doesn't look dead to me. Killed her, huh? That bitch lied like it was nothing.
I was completely overwhelmed by her ordinary offensive magic. You don't believe me, do you?
No, I do. But if that girl could pull off this stunt with ordinary offensive magic alone, she must be even more of a monster than we realized.
Yeah, Frieren trained Fern well.
Stop it! You can't float me like an object! Just carry me!
Really? This is faster though.
Over here, Sharf. I need you to help me carry...
Happily sleeping away.
Please carry me. My whole body feels numb.
You might as well just call it quits here.
Hear that sound? What could it be?
It's probably rain.
Rain.
It sounds strange bouncing off the barrier. Gloomy outside.
Oh, because the barrier stops that also.
My big ulterior motive was winning over the girl I loved back home.
Ah.
It's been exactly 29 years since demon activity in the north caused life there to take a turn for the worse. She and her family opted to flee to the Central Lands.
Okay.
When I grow up big and strong, none of those shitty demons stand a chance. Once I kill them all, you better come back here, okay?
Ah.
I couldn't have been more than 4 or 5 years old.
What? 4 or 5?
Maybe I could introduce you to my grandfather. He's a first-class mage, so we could travel, but... Hey,
What?
Verbal,
What?
up there.
Don't make a sound. Oh, they got it. They may not fail after all.
You've got to be kidding me. So all that effort was for nothing? Took long enough for luck to choose the right side.
Well, I guess you're passing after all.
Now that she's seen it, I highly doubt Laufen's magic would work on her a second time. But just once was enough. We're not trying to kill each other.
I know. You just want to still her.
Where'd she go? Frieren, the Stella!
What do you mean, seems she took it?
I appreciate what the barrier does for the weather.
That could be something to consider as you prepare to proctor the second test. Right, Zenza?
Oh, she's the next proctor.
Teaching one is based on luck and not skill. Your exam's a battle masquerading
luck.
as a competition.
I argue that luck is a skill. What's more, some test takers have captured a Stella without any help from fate.
That spell your teammate used was Jilver, yes? I've heard of it before.
It allows you to move at high speed.
She successfully executed the spell, so why didn't you two remain in hiding?
Laufen lacks precious experience. She left too many traces of mana behind. There's no doubt that you could hunt her down in a heartbeat.
Ah,
Frieren.
so you know about her.
It's apparent that our presence has undermined your well-laid plan.
Well, yes. You've known who I was this whole time?
There isn't a mage of my generation who doesn't know that name.
Is she famous?
Famous would be an understatement. I knew that there might be a chance, but I guess it's true that elves never age.
It's not that they don't age, it's just that they live for a long, long, long time.
Calm yourself, Richter. All we need to do is keep their hands and minds busy. This is ours to win.
Look at you. I thought your work would have shaped you into a far more merciless man, Dinkin. You're an Imperial mage, aren't you? I'm
Yeah,
sure you've
and?
killed your fair share of political enemies.
He probably has.
I simply don't believe becoming a first-class mage is something to spill blood over.
Then it seems we have common ground. First-class mage is nothing greater than a title. It has no real value, if you ask me.
You came here without knowing the privilege that title grants. More than 50 years ago, the Continental Magic Association was founded. The mage responsible created it with one goal in mind, to rule and govern mankind's magic. That was Zeria's grand design. The long
Zeria?
against the deep, she searches for them to this day.
Is that an elf?
Or to grant a special privilege to anyone who achieved the rank of first-class mage.
There is another elf. That's that
Grant
elf.
them any one spell they desire. With her privilege, one could acquire massive wealth, cure the gravest of diseases, or gain overwhelming power.
I feel like that's not all.
To us mages,
I feel like she's not actually all that. Frieren sounded like she knew her. Not sound like, but she seemed like it.
us mages forfeit their humanity for this prize. The privilege is that valuable.
I see.
What utter nonsense.
Dankin, people like you who don't care about the privilege are the minority. Bogland.
It's about time. Oh. Well, I guess this works. Alright. A bit showy, but fine. Oh wow. That's a huge chunk.
I find the young to be far too hot-blooded.
They're gonna end it over here. I just know it. Ah! There was so much talking over there that we couldn't get to it. I wanted a fight this time. Well, we got a fight, I guess. Not enough though. But they did give us quite a bit to talk about. So, Fern fighting the other girl, I forgot her name. So, in the previous episode, she used this stones and just fired a meteor of stones at Fern. And this time, Fern just responded by shooting a large barrage of offensive spells at her. Just basic spells, just she fired so many of them, too many for her to keep up with. She says that fighting with brute force is barbaric, but Fern has a look in her eyes that says, I don't care. I'm not sure what she thought, but that's what it seemed like to me. She just kept, I'll just keep firing as many as I have to, and so fired. And it was too much for her, and she lost. As for Werbel, I think that's what his name was, so he was fighting against Ubel, and he was wanting to avoid any unnecessary killing. He says he only kills if he absolutely has to. He doesn't like killing, but knows that sometimes there is no other choice, but would rather spare life if he can. Apparently, he was once made to fight on a battlefield where the opponent sent children to the war. Their hope was to make the opposing side hesitate to kill them, but then he was put into a position where he had no choice but to kill them, and so he had to do it. But this he would rather avoid if he had to, and that's why he didn't kill Ubel. And then Fern showed up and lied to him, saying that she killed her teammate, and then he believed Fern and thought, okay, if she's dead, then there's no point in me continuing this because we already failed. But then he found that she was not dead, that he had been played the entire time. I doubted it at first, but then after I saw him trying to back out, I thought, nah, she's not dead. and then the other guy. So it seemed like the other person on Fern's team had set an illusion in place because he didn't trust them. I think he was probably suspicious of Fern and Ubel and thought they might turn on him, which didn't happen. And yep, he put his opponent to sleep, and poor Ubel had to carry both of them away. But just when they thought they would fail the exam, by luck, they happened to find a Stiller at just the right moment. They captured it, and yep, I guess they're passing after all. What sheer luck on their part. So Fern caught their Stiller the same way Frieren did, that same folk spell. She concealed herself when very close, and then they caught it. As easy as that. And then Frieren's group battle. I thought we'd get the battle in this episode, but nope. So now their Stiller has been stolen, and they have to defeat Denkin and the other guy and get it back. So there's actually a sort of privilege for those who manage to become first class mages. The person who created this system was an elf called Zerie, and it seems like Frieren may be familiar with that elf. She can give them pretty much any wish they desire, and she's granting that to those who can become first class mages. That's the only reason this guy wants to become a first class mage. Denkin wants to kind of change the way people see first class mages. He prefers them to be a symbol of power rather than powerful themselves. He thinks they should lead by example. As for Frieren, the only reason she wants a certification is just so they can cross the border and go back to the Demon King's domain, because that's on their way to Aurelia, and they apparently need a first class mage in order to get there. That's why she's taking the exam, not for some praise or anything, just because she needs it to get to her destination. Nothing more than that. She's more than powerful enough on her own, but the rules won't let her go. That's the only reason she's here. And the other guy also seems pretty intent on killing Davina and Kana, but Denkin doesn't want to because he knows that they don't have to. The other girl already took their Stiller and left, so Frieren has to beat Denkin quickly and find a way to get it back. We're not going to get to the second exam in the next episode, are we? I feel like this arc is going to last for at least 3 or 4 more episodes. Yeah, well, that's fine, right? And yeah, I don't have too much else. I talked a bit about most of it. I'm quite liking the characters that we're meeting in this arc, and I hope this isn't the last time that we see some of them. Well, we still have more to go in this exam next time, so let's see how it turns out then. Thank you for watching my reaction to this episode of Frieren, and I will see you all next time. Bye everyone.